Good morning and welcome to my podcast, Between the Lines. I am your host, Jeanette Huffman, and my lovely co-host, I don't know if you're supposed to say lovely for a man, but whatever. He's a lovely one.
I appreciate it.
Is there Rich Kopacz? So, Rich, give us a wave. Tell us how you're doing today.
Doing good. I had to change the filter in our AC, so we're hoping because it's going to be 90s this upcoming week.
And it's so humid in Michigan. So, the heat is different because it could be 90 here in California and it's not as bad. In Michigan, you're just dripping. So, Matt, where are you right now in the world?
I'm in Maryland.
Maryland. Oh my gosh, you've got people all over the place, Rich. Today, Rich and I will be interviewing Matt Ochoa.
Jeanette, my first question to Matt was, how do you pronounce your name?
All right, give it to us one more time, Matt.
Matt Ochoa.
Where does that name come from? Huffman is German. Ochoa, what is Ochoa?
So my family on my dad's side is Mexican, but the name Ochoa is Basque.
Basque. Okay, wow, that's actually pretty cool. All right. My person is Mexican, but he's Hernandez, and apparently there are a lot of Hernandezes in the world.
That CZ at the end, all Polish.
That took me a minute too, because I kept wanting to call you Rich Kopacz, but it's Kopacz, like topaz. And I remember that because you told me that.
That's right.
That's the way that it sticks in my head. Okay, so Matt, how old are you?
I'm 17.
17. Oh my gosh. My son is 18 going on 19. So I kind of know who I'm talking to right now. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so yeah, I've been doing
Well,
online.
I'll tell you what. Let me help because Matt is here at my request. So let me introduce him and give him a little bit of momentum.
Perfect. Thank you, Rich.
So Matt Ochoa is a student at Calvary Preparatory Academy, an online school that I run the radio drama club. And so he joined the drama club and lent his skills, creativity, and voice to our shows for the past couple of years. And he's become quite the star. So I have asked him if he's actually agreed to involve himself in our podcast audio scenes. So we'll have him on an upcoming thing, sooner or later. And then he is such a star at CPA that I asked him to come on and just tell us a little bit about him. And then our audio scene is actually a scene taken from our last show that features him in it. So I believe, Matt, you're going to be a senior this year. Why don't you start with just your involvement in the Veldt? That's what we call the Radio Drama Club. How and why did you throw yourself into that?
Yeah, so that was the first club I joined when I joined CPA. And I wasn't sure that I was going to join CPA, but I wasn't sure that I was going to be involved in the school community. But then last minute, I decided to join the club, literally a minute before the club started. And so I ended up joining, and I had a little bit of experience before. I had been in some plays for our church's VBS, which she directed, and I've always loved acting. I just thought it'd be cool to join. And then I've been a few different characters over the past couple of years for CPA too.
And before we get more on that, just a little bit about your academic career, because you're a senior now. You got any idea where you're off to, what you're doing?
As far as career, I'm not fully sure yet, but I am planning to go to a school of ministry in New York that she actually went to too.
How is that like? Since your sister's over there, can she tell us a little bit about that? I have no idea of what that would even be like. So let us in on a secret.
The school of ministry it's a part of the Calvary Chapel church system, and it's actually in a church. I stayed with a family from the church. It was super small. There were only 6 other students, and we just had a bunch of Bible classes every day and helped clean the church. It was a lot of fun, had some outreach opportunities.
I think with a smaller group, it's more focused instead of having so many people that you're just in this sea of other humans. It reminds me of when I joined the Air Force and I went to basic military training back in the 1920s. I'm kidding. It was 1996. I'm not that old yet, but it was Thanksgiving, and they allowed us to go to a family's house since we were all away from home, a lot of us for the first time. And they just took us in, and it was very heartwarming that somebody would allow a young person to come into their home like that. So that's really cool. I didn't even know that existed in the world. So yeah, 48, and I still didn't know that. Always time to learn. I'm going to leave the questions to you then, Rich, because you've worked with Matt, you know him.
Yeah, just jump in.
100%.
I'm going to follow up with that. How many siblings do you have, Matt?
I have 4 older siblings: Bethany, Julia, Will, and Abby.
You're the youngest?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. The youngest gets all the good stuff.
That's what the hell.
This is a different perspective.
So my daughter, she's 22. She is constantly telling me how her younger brother, just by 3 years, gets away with everything. He can have everything. You love him more than me. It's hilarious. I'm like, I don't think that's possible. For me, as a mother, I love them the same amount, but differently because they're different personalities. But yeah, relish in the fact that you're the youngest, because apparently there are perks that come with that. I wouldn't know. I was the youngest, and then my brother popped along and hogged it all.
You get all the perks. Matt, do you get all the perks?
I don't know. Do I get all the perks?
I think we both do.
Since we're both the youngest, everyone else has moved out.
That's awesome.
Cool. There.
Yeah.
So we met when you joined up. Of course, we do a first show where all the students get to really, really heavily involve themselves. They create the characters, they write the scripts, they come up with the stories. You know, I give in my guidance and keep us on track. But that show, I think your debut show was the Carnival of the Cursed, and you played Elton. Is that correct? You didn't come up with Elton, did you?
I sort of did. I came up with kind of some basic character things, but I didn't do any of the writing for his lines.
So you did come up with that character. Elton is the teenage, because it really had a female protagonist that we followed throughout the carnival. And Elton was kind of like the guy who shows up and helps do some of the heavy lifting, metaphorically and physically, and, you know, is there as the side character, which Matt did a great job. He has moved on to take much greater leading roles in his next works. This past year, he played a pirate, Captain Orca, in That Magic Radio, and there was kind of like, the whole premise was that you meet the characters of radio shows, and so we decided it was going to be pirates, spies, and cowboys. And so we have a pirate, a spy, and a cowboy that the main protagonist, you know, has to interact with, and Matt was the pirate, which he did a absolutely awesome job. And then and by the way, I don't think you guys realize how good that show really is. I mean, that story and the characters, and I mean, it is like Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz good. And so I will ask you, because I already know the answer to this because I've thought it out, but you've seen Wizard of Oz, and just like in Wizard of Oz, we have our main Ivy meet 3 characters along the way, like Dorothy met the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion. Well, Ivy meets the cowboy, the pirate, and the spy, and you play the pirate. Which Wizard of Oz character do you think you represent? I mean, of course, Captain Orca. So you remember the Scarecrow, of course, is like the bestie. Then the Tin Man represents the heart and the feelings, and the Cowardly Lion represents courage.
Maybe the Cowardly Lion. I don't know. I felt like my character, as opposed to I think one or two of the other pirates, was kind of not as close to the main character, but probably the Cowardly Lion out of the 3.
So you're right and you're wrong. You're right. Your character was not like tied directly to Ivy, kind of like in the Wizard of Oz fashion, but your character represents the heart, because your character was motivated by his love for the mermaid. You see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the spy, the old man, has the scene where he inspires courage in his protege. So it's like it's like a legendary parallel. I wouldn't be surprised if this show becomes like just something that people listen to every year around holidays. I say that. They don't even have access to it, but it is a fantastic show.
That was my question, is only you can see it? It's not available for the world?
So because the actors are children.
Gotcha, yes.
There's a permission thing.
Okay.
If you post it on YouTube now, everybody's got it. So we could get it out to like relatives and stuff like that.
I don't think they like to be called children anymore, Rich. I think it's
Probably
young
not.
adults.
I told her to do those, so I call.
Just like we don't like to be called old fogies.
keep a running tally. This is such a tangent. This is what we do, Matt. I'm a courier, and I was called young man.
I told in human years was the individual that called you young man.
But I have a running tally. It had been 120 days since I was last called young man. So now I was called young man, and we have to start the clock over again.
Matt, this is what you have to look forward to. These are the things that as we get older, this is what we pay attention to. Rich, continue on.
Okay, so moving on from that, we do a show that I'm doing. And of course, I have all creative control of this one. This is The Lost Tribe, about the teenagers from the Israelites, the tribe of Manasseh, who are wandering the wilderness on their own. And it's episodic. So we actually met them in the one that we did last year, in which Matt played Asher, the sort of patriarch. Even as he was an unwilling patriarch, he kind of had to step up by the end and be their leader. And then this episode 2, we just finished that show. And lots of dramatic stuff happened. And Matt reprised his role as Asher.
I do recall your voice. It's neat to put a face with the voice that I heard earlier.
Matt has a great voice.
Oh, I know. Yes, he does.
So, Matt, how do you look, your characters, Elton, Captain Orca, and Asher? You have any opinions on that?
I liked playing, this is kind of maybe lazy, but I like playing Elton and Asher probably better because, for Captain Orca, I really had to put on a pirate voice, and I personally felt like I didn't do a very good job of that. But I was kind of just in my own voice for Elton and Asher, and it felt like I could be a lot more real with that.
Do you think that you could give us that pirate voice? Because I've never heard it. You don't have to. I'm just interested. If you want to, I think it'd be really cool to hear it, but I can even close my eyes.
Okay, I'll give you a day. You're more than you seem, says I. That's a good pirate.
I don't remember how I did it, but I'm going to try it. Okay. You're more than you seem, says I.
That's good. Yes, because you get that scratchiness in there.
Yeah.
And they get that from all the rum that they drink.
There you go.
I like that. Thank you.
What was the number one thing that I had to coach you up, that I had to direct you with? What was the number one thing I harped on with you?
In general, or?
In general.
I think going through my lines too fast.
Is that do you just talk too fast? Does your family say that? Or is that just kind of like when you're reading lines, you kind of get in your own head?
I think it's probably just when I'm reading lines, I get in my own head. I don't know.
Is it maybe like nerves?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, honestly, on radio drama, it's not too bad because I don't even have my camera on, so I don't really feel too nervous about reading my lines. But then, in the past, when I've been on stage, I definitely have some nerves for that.
Yeah. Getting on stage is a whole different animal. And then you get on stage with the crowd out there. Like, you get on stage for rehearsal is one thing. You get on stage with the crowd all staring at you. And that can be daunting.
Yeah.
And you've done that.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the most prevalent fears of all humans in the world is stage fright, because you're very vulnerable in that you're putting yourself out there, and that takes a very strong person to do something like that. So I think that's super cool because it's scary. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they all have tomatoes and start throwing them.
Okay, when we last left our cast of The Lost Tribe, lots of very dramatic things were happening. The tribe was separated. Basema, who is the crime lord's evil daughter, had indoctrinated herself into the tribe and then kidnapped the three sisters. Ahira and Asher have gone into the city to look for more tribe members, but then Ahira gets gotten and Asher ends up having to make a deal in order to get away. And now he has to re-find the tribe, and that's where episode 3. So I want to ask you this too. Where do you think Asher's, do you have any thoughts on to where it goes from here?
So, considering he's kind of left alone in the desert, I usually think that the main characters are going to find their way. So I think that he's going to make it back to the tribe, but I don't know how he's going to be met with that, considering that the 3 girls are gone. And just, with the deal he made, I don't know where that's going to leave him.
Okay. I actually find that pretty flattering as the writer, because I don't want everybody to immediately guess where it's going to go. I kind of put it out there, but I have an even better question for you. So, are you familiar, and Jeanette, this is for you too. You guys have heard of the game Marry, Kiss, Kill?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Matt, I'm not going to embarrass you on that, but you're going to play Asher. I'm going to ask Asher that because Asher has 3 women in his life. And I think the answers are going to be pretty obvious. I want you to go ahead through the mental exercise anyway, just for fun. And I will kind of unwrap a little bit of it for Jeanette. So Asher was traveling with a Hira, who is not an Israelite, but was a slave at a court from a southern kingdom where she learned how to do a death dance with chain knives. So she is hardcore, she's savage. And they found her pretty vulnerable as kind of a protector and kind of street smart. So she kind of went with Asher into the city. But now they had a little bit of a moment, which we'll hear in the audio scene, and then she's gone. And then Asher, it was hinted at in the first episode that Asher and the eldest daughter, Michaela, were engaged at what point. And then finally, Asher has a dynamic with the evil Besema because the deal he made is he has to get back to the tribe and kill her. Now, in the third episode, which I'm writing now, Asher wakes up in a strange place and he has a conundrum that the people there are asking him to solve. And they tell him, listen, here's what we'll do. When you were sleeping, you cried out a woman's name and Asher doesn't know who it is. And so they're like, if you help us, we'll tell you who you've been thinking about and who you call out to at night. And so that's going to remain a little bit of a mystery, but he's got those 3 women to choose from. And I want you to use those 3 characters. So we've got a Hira, who's the savage from the southern kingdom, Michaela, he was once engaged to, and Besema, who's the evil one who's kidnapped the 3 sisters. And in Marry, Kiss, Kill, how would you allocate those around?
I think most obviously he would probably kill Besema. I mean, he did make the deal, but also like she's been the worst to the tribe and he never really trusted her. And then considering he was engaged to Michaela, I would consider, I would think he'd probably marry Michaela and kiss Ahira. But like from the second episode, it was kind of leaning towards the other way, probably.
Leaning towards the other way, meaning he would marry Ahira.
Yeah.
And then he'd be left to kiss Michaela.
Yeah.
I am very limited on my knowledge of all of this, but I think that if it were me, if I were Asher, I would kiss Michaela and marry Ahira. She just sounds super cool. Like, she's, right? I mean, she has not only just the normal things that maybe Michaela would have, but also she's a baddie.
That's what I actually looked this up before I got here. I was like, what can I say I looked up online. What do people say when they can't, because we keep this so clean?
Yes.
Hardcore and savage.
I like that.
Funny that Gramley, because it's so obvious what she is.
I know. And you want to say it, but you're like, no, I'm not saying that.
So Ahira's probably a little less emotionally available than Michaela. That would probably be the only thing that Michaela would have over Ahira.
But when you break through somebody like that, it just seems like there's so much more there. So interesting. And
author talking. I want you to pay attention to that. That's exactly author who looks at it.
Yes, because Michaela is just kind of like super vanilla. Really sweet, and she's a wonderful person, but Ahira just sounds like you could spend millennium just learning more about her, to me in my head.
That's a writer's...
Could be her, could be him, doesn't matter. That human, that individual.
So, quick segue, just to, we're not going to get into it. I just want to ask, Matt, do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay. Matt's available. So just get that out there.
Oh my God.
Good.
Well, so this day and age is so strange to me because we're here in California. You would think that there would be girls left and right to talk to and to meet, but the area that we are, there really aren't that many. Everyone just kind of keeps to themselves. So it's hard to meet people. And I had this conversation with him before as a mom, because you want to see your children happy with someone that makes them happy. And so I said, well, why don't you go places that you could meet a nice person? And it's really hard because he goes to the gym, but it's like, you don't want to meet a girl at the gym. That's rude. she's trying to exercise. No girl, like I literally wear sunglasses in the gym, so people just leave me alone. I mean, not that anyone's really going to bother me anymore, but back in my day, I was actually very pretty. And so I would do that because I'm like, just leave me alone. I'm not here for that. So I don't know, Matt, where would you go to meet a nice girl?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, like where I would go.
The church, Matt.
Yeah,
that's
like-
where you.
Yeah. Or your school even, because you're...
Yeah. When he gets
Right?
in, he's on a
'Cause you're-
non-pool. It makes it tough.
Yeah, okay. See? Yeah.
I know. It's the day and age we live in. My son doesn't have a girlfriend either.
The good thing is that as a girl growing up, when I was a little boy, I'm kidding. I was never a little boy. I say weird things all the time. I'm a strangeling. So as a girl growing up in the 90s, everything was very tangible and face-to-face. Now everything just seems so disconnected. Maybe being a girl, I focused more on like, I want to have a boyfriend and I feel like I'm missing out on something if I don't. Maybe it's better that kids these days can be
See,
happy and content.
They don't feel they're missing out.
Right. There's no pressure. And then if they do meet somebody that they click with, then it's just organic and it just happens and it's natural instead of just constantly trying to force that. So we'll see. I guess we'll see in another 20 years. They do say that people in Japan are dating less. And I guess that's kind of spreading and it's happening everywhere. So I don't know. Maybe the whole human race will just die out one day. I don't
There you
think
go.
so.
That's what we brought you on for.
I know. No, it's not. It's not. At work, especially, I'm told that I go dark very quickly with my humor. I have a dark humor.
You do go dark in a heartbeat.
I do.
So, okay. So, Matt, what do you do for fun? Take us out of the dark. What do you do for...
So for one, I mean, I probably need to do this more, but I like playing piano. I like playing video games. And then I also do Nerf a lot with my friends. And it's like kind of getting almost to airsoft level with like... They're ending up spending like hundreds of dollars on their guns. It's crazy.
That's awesome. But if that's what you like to do, then it's worth
Yeah,
it.
but it's fun.
So you guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
pretty organized about it then.
I wish. It's like everyone's always like planning things day of, and it's like three of us that are consistently doing it.
That's cool. So what do? You plan a place to meet and then you all bring your ammunition and arsenals?
So we just meet at my one friend's house, and then it's usually just after church on Sundays we do it, but it's pretty much kind of planning at church when we're gonna
So
meet up.
Run around leaving all those little Nerf pellets everywhere.
But we try and get as many as we can. Usually the friend who lives there will just end up like picking up a bunch and being like, I found this when we get back.
That's awesome.
Many a day I've gone through my house picking up Nerf ammunition.
Yeah.
My son does the same thing. Every once in a while, he'll jump out at me or something and shoot me with a Nerf gun. It's like, thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Maybe about 10 years ago, I played for the first time. It was paintball. That was pretty cool. It hurts though. When you get hit with that paintball, oh my gosh, it leaves a good little bruise. But same
Yeah.
concept. You're playing war or something, which I don't really like that comparison. But yeah, just goofing around.
So, Matt, do you have a weapon that uses batteries?
No, my friend does. But
Wow.
the one that he has that has batteries, it is not as powerful as the one that doesn't have batteries because the other one has a much heavier spring, but it shoots like 12 darts per second. So, and
I
it's
was
still
going to
pretty.
say that sounds like an unfair advantage.
Yeah. He does have to be a bit closer for it to work, but it is really rapid fire. So,
It's not much for aiming, but it does shoot a lot.
yeah, it's a good secondary.
Yeah, I've seen some of those battery-operated ones. They look intimidating.
Now I'm going to have to Google because I have no idea.
Yeah, there's videos of them. They're nuts.
Oh.
What's a movie you would watch over and over and over?
The first Avengers movie,
Nice.
That's a good one.
yeah, I like anytime my family were talking about watching movies, like that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
That's a good one. I used to watch The Last Unicorn over and over and over. You both probably have no idea what that was.
Mm-mm.
I loved it.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. It was adorable.
My son catches me watching The Meg all the time.
That's kind of surprising, though, Rich. I would have imagined something else.
Like, more highbrow.
No, I'm thinking comedy, something goofy and funny.
The Meg is very unintentionally funny.
Okay, there you go then.
Good. And then next year, Matt, you're gonna rejoin the Veldt, the radio drama club, right?
Breathe, Rich, breathe.
He's so good. It's gonna be great. I'll tell you, I am planning on taking the Lost Tribe outside of the school, and so Matt's gonna be hitting that age where he'll be on tour, or at least his voice will. It'll be great. Load into live performances, and I'll have to call him up and fly him out on jets to wherever.
And make sure he has bottled water of his choosing in his room.
That's a good question. Do you have, what's that word for it, Jeanette? It's like a preference, but it's kind of an annoying, right?
Oh, requests, or like if you were famous, and I don't know, some of them,
Quirks. Yeah.
Mhm.
Quirks, Matt.
He's 17. He's probably got a lot.
That's true.
Like generally?
Yeah, like you only use pistols with Nerf things, or there's only one chair you'll sit in when you watch movies, or you only eat green M&Ms or something like that.
So this one's kind of random, and just like when I was younger, I would like just as a kid like avoid vegetables whether I knew I liked them or not. And so I would just like eat like everything in the meal, like shepherd's pie or something, and there would just be like a bunch of peas at the bottom of the bowl still. But like I unintentionally still do that. Like I even like the vegetables, and they'll just be like piled up at the bottom of my bowl still.
And then did your parents make you just eat vegetables now? They're like, you got to fit that. So now you just got to eat forkfuls of vegetables.
My son, he doesn't want the vegetables mixed in with things like that. And so I will literally pick them out. You guys are spoiled now. My mother growing up would have said, eat it or eat peanut butter. There were no options.
Yeah, I'll eat cereal, and if it's got marshmallows in it, I'll eat all the stuff around the marshmallows and leave the marshmallows till last.
Because you like them the most? Or,
Yeah.
oh, I was going to say, yeah, that's the best part is the marshmallows.
And now
Well, and
I'm
by
just,
then they're like squishy.
and then I'm just eating spoonfuls of marshmallows.
Well, Matt, do you have any message that you want to send out there to the world while we have you, and we're going to put you on blast out there? Anything you want to say?
To be honest.
Sometimes people like to just things in their head that they're like that they think are really important, or maybe something light or funny or whatever. Something.
Cover. That's a Nerf thing.
It's Nerf or nothing.
What?
That's the Nerf slogan.
He said it's Nerf or nothing. And before we head out, what do your parents think about the work that you're doing? Do they watch it? Do they enjoy it?
Yeah, I think they do. I haven't really like. I don't think I would really consider doing like a career in acting, but just like maybe like doing like casual things. Like, but I really like doing it, and I think my parents like it too.
Well, I will get you the link. I'll email you the link to the show, and you guys can listen to it at your convenience. It'll be in your email.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
And also, so I have a young niece that she insists on watching all the shows now, and anything that I put on YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel, and it has this podcast of Between the Lines. And I would highly recommend go on there, subscribe, tell your friends about it. That way they can all see what you've done here today. It's just fun. It's interesting. They can go in and see the audio scenes or listen to them and listen to you on here. I think that's really cool. Which is an interesting opportunity for sure that wasn't available to me when I was younger, but then also I didn't have the guts to do something like this. It takes a lot to put yourself out there. So I would say be proud of it and let everybody know.
Yeah.
And thank you, Matt. Matt is a giver. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate you. Appreciate all your work in the shows. Appreciate you coming on.
100%.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank your sister. That's very supportive. That really makes me think of my children.
Sandals, sandals, get your red hot sandals.
Charms from the gods, blessings, curses, enchantments.
Is it much farther?
It is just beyond the market, but we are here for a reason.
For money? We already paid the gatekeeper.
There is another. Quiet!
Watch it, dog.
1,000 apologies, my lord. You clumsy, useless wretch. Get up. Get up and make apologies.
I am sorry, my lord. I am sorry. Please don't kill me.
I can think of other uses for a beauty like you.
My lord, no. This one has a condition. She has been reckless and stupid, and I need to take her to the shaman. Take this silver and come find me in a week. She will be better to serve my lord then.
I see. Very well. Get out of my way, idiot.
I am impressed.
I do have some experience with slaves. But you, are you hurt? Why are you crying?
It is a somewhat useful skill, but now we have all the money we need. Lead us through there and away from the crowds.
Sandals, get your red hot sandals.
Here. No, back here, in these shadows.
What are we doing?
The gatekeeper said Josiah was meeting someone named Kraken here. We will wait and watch to see who comes and what they are about.
But we're not meeting them.
Yes, but it is not yet time, and we must not be found. It is safer this way, trust me. But get as comfortable as you can, and may be a while.
Fine. How long were you a slave?
We are not here to talk.
You said it would be a while. We might as well talk to pass the time.
I can pass the time in silence.
I believe you. But why? We've been living together in the same tribe. There's no reason for us to act like enemies.
That is not why I... Wait! Someone's coming! Hush and move back into the shadows.
This is as far back as it goes.
Then pull me back. Closer. If I am seen, we are both in trouble.
Okay, like this.
Shh. Hold me tighter. Shh.
Who were they?
Collectors.
Collectors?
They claim parts of the city, then collect a toll for those they find there. It would have been unpleasant for them to find us.
Are they likely to return?
Not for some time. Probably not even until... Asher,
What is it?
we are quite safe for the moment.
Okay, good. Right?
You may release me now.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I wasn't... you don't think I was trying...
Enough.
Yes, sorry. I mean, not that...
I was a slave from birth until I was 16.
Oh, the same with me, actually, except only until I was 12.
Hmm.
In a palace, is that right?
Yes.
Hmm.
And you?
What do you... Oh, in a temple until I was 7. Then a palace, then traveling.
Traveling?
Yes. Bhakti, that was my master. He traveled to different temples all over, mostly the bigger cities. Uruk, Lagash, Nineveh, Kish. Then he took ill. We were in Akkad. He couldn't be moved. He tried all sorts of healers, but it was no use. He died in the middle of the night. I woke in the next morning with no idea what to do. After a few days, when no one came for him or for any of his things, I just left.
You were free? That must have been... strange. At first, I mean.
It was. I didn't learn until much later the consequences.
What do you mean?
My slavery was part of a ransom to keep the peace between Asher and Zebulun.
Asher. You were named because you represented Asher?
Yes.
Then you are not from the tribe of Manasseh.
No, but they took me in without questions. I consider myself more of Manasseh than anywhere else.
Does it, sometimes, at first light when you awaken, do you feel...
Like I'm still there? Those first few moments in the morning, you forget that you're free? You think someone's about to come and give you instructions?
Yes, you feel that too.
Every morning.
Yes, and then do you feel... It's difficult to put into words. A feeling because you're free, so you feel...
Guilt?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Is there anything you miss from the palace?
No. Actually, yes.
The animals, right?
Yes, the animals. Oh, there were, and so many different kinds. But there was this cat, and she was my favorite. She loved to sit with me. She would follow me everywhere. I would have taken her with me if I could.
I had a monkey. He was with us in a cot, and he stayed with me when I left, for a while at least, and ran off one day. I never saw him again. I hope he found a good home. I think about what it would be like to go back, to see the animals anyway, how they'd react.
I cannot go back. It would be my death.
The king wouldn't take you back?
When I was to turn 16, I was supposed to wed the king, become one of his concubines, but I had already taken a lover, and the king found out. I fled, and the king sent his warlord after me.
His warlord? Why?
The king wanted his warlord to kill me, but only after finding me with my lover. Then he would slay us both.
What happened?
Nothing. My lover has stayed away, and thus preventing the warlord from carrying out the king's command.
Wait, you mean he's still after you, after all this time?
The warlord is an extraordinary man. He is honorable and devoted, and he is the most fearsome and formidable warrior in the kingdom or anywhere else. He has tracked me all these years, although he will never harm me until my lover is revealed.
That's incredible.
It is fortunate we were in the shadows when we were hiding, for if he had seen the way you held me, he might have assumed you were my lover and slain us both.
What? You mean he could be here? But I wasn't... I didn't mean to... We weren't... Oh. You're teasing me.
Yes.
That was quite a story. You had me convinced I was going to be killed.
You need not fear.
Ahira, when this is done, you can still choose to come back with me. You can join us as before.
That is not my destiny. But I have more confidence in you now to guide your tribe. You are a leader.
I don't know how to take that. Wait.
Yes, someone is coming. Prepare yourself.